Hello, my name is Sarah and I am your Chakra coach. On this podcast, we'll be exploring how the chakra system can guide you to grow your emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual wellness, leading you closer to your highest self. Hi, it's Sarah with a special message for newer listeners. This show used to be called Chakra Balancing for Weight Loss, but in January of 2021, I changed it to Your Chakra Coach to better reflect the broader, more holistic approach to wellness we started exploring. If you notice a slight focus on weight loss in these early episodes, that's why. But I think you'll find the overall information universal and relevant to you. Enjoy! Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for being here. How are you? I am doing just fine. My name is Sarah. I am a holistic health coach, and we are in the middle of our Chakra Basics series. Today, we're talking about the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. And full disclosure, I've had to record this intro about 6 or 8 times now, because the throat chakra is where I am really struggling with imbalances right now. So if you are too, you listen to this podcast and you say, whoop, that's me. Hey, we're in good company. I've got you, you've got me. This is the first of the upper 3 chakras. We had our lower 3 concerned primarily with survival and worldly things, our heart chakra, which is the passageway or the gateway, and we are on to the throat chakra, the first of the upper 3 concerned with spiritual aspects or higher consciousness. So I'm really looking forward into sort of digging down into these next 3. I hope you are too. All right, so some basics. The Sanskrit name of the throat chakra is the Vishuddha chakra. The color is blue. Some people say sky blue. And the element is akasha or space. Openness, kind of a nothingness almost. You can find your throat chakra at the center of your throat, which makes perfect sense. It's between the collarbone and the larynx, or the third cervical vertebra, the third vertebra of your neck. It's right there in the center of your throat where your vocal cords are located and is part of your respiratory system, breathing, lungs, such. Physical problems, if the throat chakra, can include sinus problems, sore throats, neck pain. It's also associated with the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is responsible for secreting growth and development hormones related to metabolism, brain growth, and cell repair. It's a major gland in the body, and it gets a lot of blame for weight struggles, both excess weight and too little weight. This gland is really one of the master glands that helps control hormone secretion in the rest of the glands of the body. That thyroid gland, very important. Weight gain can signal low levels of thyroid hormones. It's a condition called hypothyroidism, which is usually related to an autoimmune disorder like Hashimoto's disease. If you think this might be you, go get checked out. There are treatments for hypothyroidism and for various autoimmune disorders that have thyroid conditions as part of them. So go get checked out. If you think you've got some of the symptoms of that, take a look. Go see. The nerve center for the throat chakra is the cervical ganglia. That sends nerves to the back of the head and to some of your neck muscles. Energetically, the associated issues with the throat chakra are self-expression, communication, independence, arrogance, excessive talking, expansion, learning, healing, dreams, dialogue, and rigidity. The throat chakra is intimately connected and concerned with self-expression, the ability and willingness to give voice to your personal truth. And if we don't feel safe to give that voice to our truth, your energy center can get blocked, can get imbalanced, overactive or underactive. One way this relates back to weight gain is that sometimes we will use food to literally push down our unspoken feelings and needs. We can have a lump in our throat that can make swallowing difficult. And sometimes we try to push food and drink down on top of that lump, that energetic lump, to push it out of the way. It can be uncomfortable. And I think we can agree that is a near certain path to getting, to putting on unwanted weight, is eating more food than we need to suppress our feelings. So think about that for just a second. Are you pushing aside your feelings to make others happy? That's a tough question because making others happy can make us happy. But are you pushing aside your feelings? Are you not expressing yourself out of fear or the worry that other people won't be happy with you? The throat chakra is connected to the sacral chakra. All of the chakras are connected, right? They don't work independently of one another. But the throat chakra and the sacral chakra have a special connection. So frequently, if you have imbalances in one, you may find that you have them in the other as well. And we know that an imbalanced sacral chakra can cause us to have imbalanced relationships where we lose our power or we subvert our authentic selves, where we allow other people's needs to outweigh our own in an unhealthy way. We have relationships where we feel we have to change ourselves to please someone. And if you have that imbalance, it is a lot of times expressed through the throat chakra. Self-expression, communication, and dialogue. Dialogue in our relationships are blocked and the throat chakra becomes imbalanced. Another way the sacral chakra is connected to the throat chakra is through unexpressed creativity. We talked about that a few episodes ago, and it doesn't always have to be a vocal expression of creativity. Creativity can be expressed multiple ways, suppressing your art, your ideas, or anything else creative. If you are suppressing that in the sacral chakra, it can also cause some hang-ups in your throat chakra. And using food to quiet the throat chakra is trying to speak up, that is a surefire way to put on and keep on unwanted weight. So let's ask again, are you being honest with yourself? Are you being honest with those around you? Or are you trying to please everyone by staying quiet? On the flip side of that, perhaps you don't feel heard. That's the other side of dialogue and good communication, is being heard and felt understood. Maybe when you speak out, you don't feel that anyone is listening. You don't feel that people understand you, your partners, your friends, your siblings, your parents, your coworkers. Are you listening to yourself? Is your throat chakra or your body trying to tell you something, and are you listening? How is your connection with you? Do you have ideas? And then the moment you have those ideas, you push them away, you push them down. Do you have a feeling? Does something come up? Vibration in your body? And then you say to yourself, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. And all of a sudden, you aren't communicating with yourself. You aren't listening to yourself. You aren't learning from yourself. And you aren't having a good dialogue with your own self. These are important questions to ask and discover if we have an imbalance. For example, I have a friend that I love dearly, and she feels that she was never listened to by her parents. All of her siblings feel that way. Her parents simply weren't good listeners. So no matter how much they communicated, it was never a dialogue. They would express themselves and there would be nothing coming back from her parents. And so interestingly, her energetic reaction and her physical manifestation of this imbalance is that she talks a lot. She talks over people. She interrupts a lot of people. She has trouble listening to herself. She says things and sometimes isn't even listening to the things that she said out loud. She has a hard time hearing ideas, other perspectives. She has a throat chakra imbalance that isn't necessarily her fault, but she does have to work on it. That's something that is really holding her back in her life, and she's very vulnerable about that. And, energetically, we're spending some time trying to help her heal that area. Now, I do want to say that it's possible that your thyroid chakra isn't properly balanced, that energetically you're not properly balanced. It's also possible that your hormone levels are off as well. Both of those things can happen at the same time. In fact, I would be surprised if they weren't both off, but one can be off and not the other. Your levels might not be off enough to require a medical diagnosis, but it could still be affecting your personal journey. So with its connection to the thyroid gland, and over or underactive chakra can cause all sorts of metabolic imbalances and makes it more difficult to lose that weight. As y'all know, I am all for getting checked out by a doctor for healing. I think that's really important. In fact, a few months ago now, I kept drawing the healing card, a fifth chakra card, during my daily oracle readings. This healing card just kept showing up, and I was like, I'm not sick. What do I have? Internal healing to do? What is going on? So this was a few months ago when I was thinking really hard about this podcast and coming up with all of the reasons I should not express myself through this creative method, through this creative media. At the same time, I noticed a spot on my back. I had a suspicious mole. I couldn't see it. I could only feel it. And I did not connect any of that. I didn't connect my healing card, my mole on my back, or the podcast. All of these things I was treating as separate individual entities, and I couldn't see it. I just couldn't see that they were connected. And then one day I thought, oh, well, maybe this is what the healing card was about, this spot on my back. It seems obvious now, right? But brains are funny. They don't always see the connections when they're right there. So anyway, this spot on my back started to worry me, and the healing card kept showing up. It just kept showing up. So I went to the doctor. Now, it turned out that it was benign, so thank goodness for that. But the doc said it showed absolutely all the signs of being a problem. So I had an expression block in my fifth chakra, a physical expression to manage, and creativity that I wasn't letting out, and a healing card that would not leave me alone. Could the universe have been more clear about what I needed to do? The block in my throat caused a physical symptom. I went to a physical doctor for healing, and even though it turned out I didn't have a physical problem, working through the energetic balancing of the throat chakra helped me solve my physical problem and let me begin this creative journey. Funny side note, I told the doctor that I thought this mole was going to fall off, and he said, no, they don't fall off. About 2 weeks later, it did fall off. And about a week after that, I wrote and recorded my first episode of this podcast. So energy healing has physical manifestations. Never doubt that. It is all connected. We need to be sure, again, I say it all the time, treat the physical and the physical, the energetic and the energetic. They will work together. They will support one another. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing how that always works out. So weight can be the same thing. Weight can be a physical manifestation of an energetic imbalance. And I don't mean energy like we get from food. I mean subtle energies, the chakras. Blocks to weight loss, imbalances that cause us to eat more than we really want or need, that can be indicative of a throat chakra that needs attention. So let's talk about ways to clear or balance this chakra. I love affirmations for the throat chakra. I think they're a great way to remind ourselves what we truly believe, and to remind ourselves that what we truly believe is important and what we want to see more of in our lives. If you remember in the heart chakra episode, we talked about belief is everything, and affirmations are a tool to help us believe. The throat chakra is particularly affected by affirmations because affirmations can be vocal, but they are an expression, but also because it acts as a passageway between our thoughts, our third eye chakra, and our feelings, the anahata, the heart chakra. I like to say my affirmations aloud. Something about hearing them as well as speaking them makes them clear to me. Maybe it's the dialogue aspect issue with the throat chakra, but you're welcome to say them quietly to yourself or simply repeat them in your head. If you want to shout them in your car or your shower, that will also work. Go for it. I love that. But don't feel that you have to say them aloud if that doesn't feel comfortable to you. Find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down, and let's begin to breathe deeply and relax our bodies. Take a deep breath in through your nose, sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale, exhale, relax your feet. Inhale. Exhale, relax your legs. Inhale. Exhale, relax your hips. Inhale. Exhale, relax your belly. Inhale. Exhale, relax your back. Inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, relax your arms. Inhale. Exhale, relax your neck. Inhale. Exhale, relax your throat. Inhale. And exhale, relax your head and face. Gently take your peace fingers and tap your throat 3 times, very gently. Just waking up the throat chakra. As we go through these affirmations, take time to notice what you're thinking. Notice what you're saying. Notice how it truly makes you feel. The more you can connect the thought to the feeling, the greater the benefit will be. Take a deep breath in and repeat after me, either aloud to yourself. I speak my truth freely and openly. I give voice to my higher wisdom. My honesty will bring me all that I deserve. My ideas and feelings are important. ideas and feelings deserve to be heard by myself and others. Take a deep breath. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your throat. As you breathe deeply, acknowledge the coming changes before leaving your affirmation practice today.